So there's something tricky about Scrum, and there's one rule I'm gonna teach you folks now, which is in each and every cycle, in each and every sprint, we need to generate visible and usable value. Wow, and then we may think, oh my gosh, but we are so much used to do large preparations, right? And in creating the bases, maybe some structure, maybe some layers, maybe some different parts that we need to join together before we get to something that actually works. And this is exactly what Scrum goes against with that rule and with the Scrum way of working, right? And maybe the art here is with being able to do that, being able to choose the next thin increment of value that we can deliver. And remember, we need to look from the problem perspective, not from the solution perspective at first, right? What is the problem we're trying to solve here? What is the value we're trying to create here? And not what is the solution or the features that we were asked to do. Okay? So from the problem perspective, we can seek for the most important part of the most important part of that problem. And here's the big change on what we are used to do here, right? When we create an increment or a slice of the problem, right? A solution for the problem, actually, right? We will create just the tiny bit of each layer, the tiny bit of each technical part that is sufficient and necessary to sustain this visible value to our customer. We're not recreating any large structures, large things, layers, components, none of that, right? Those will be created in our product, but incrementally, little by little, right? And that's a big challenge because it's very different from the way we are used to work, right? But that's the agile way, and it works beautifully when you're able to do that, right? So, in one hand, we need to choose what is the next most important part of the problem that we need to solve, and that's our best hypothesis, right? And when we create a solution, looking from the customers, the user's perspective, right? We will just create the technical bits, the bits of the layers that is sufficient to hold that solution, right? So with that, from the first sprint, we should be able to deliver some visible value.